to the fucking show.
Hey, sorry, folks. I didn't have my hat on and had to go ahead and, I have to always wear my hat. So, welcome to Tight End Loose Out, folks. I am your host of the #1 super modified podcast in the world, Willie Patterson, Will Patterson, William Patterson. Call me whatever you want. Just don't call me late for dinner. And I got my co-host, the silent one, the dynamite one, the sexy one, the holder of Outlaw Beer, Dynamite, Dave Wallencheck. Dave, what is going on, my man? How you doing today, my brother?
Willie, I am fan-freaking-tastic, man. It's Wednesday night. The weather is beautiful out here in Northeast Ohio, but let me tell in Elyria, let me tell you something. Man, was it a hot one today?
Let me tell you something. Go ahead.
Let me tell you something, brother.
That's where I was going with it.
So for real, it was pretty hot out today at work. Came home, and I call it the Arctic room, which is the bedroom where I'm sleeping at my apartment. 60 degrees, ladies and gentlemen, 60 degrees in the Arctic room. So
yowzers. That's a little too cold for me, brother. I mean, I like it cold. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, man.
You sleep with a fan on too, don't you?
Right here on the grill.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. But other than that, Willie, we got some big news about Lorain Raceway Park this week too.
Yes, Dave. I'm glad you're going to bring that up. So, Dave, you're the man up there in Northeast Ohio. So, I don't know if many of you guys know this or not, and I'll kind of bring it in. I'll let you. I'll wrap it up, and you can tear the present open for everybody. But for you guys that don't know, Lorain Raceway Park, or as I like to call it, Lorain County Speedway, has officially part-time reopened for 3 more shows, Dave?
3 shows this year.
3 shows this year, and possibly maybe more for next year. But right now, they're open for 3 shows. This is pretty big news right now in in Ohio, in Northeast Ohio for sure. Sorry about that, folks. 3 shows. Good Lord, I'm trying to go ahead and watch your guys' comments, so I apologize. But yes, it's going to be open for 3 shows this year. And Dave, take it over, man. What have you heard? Have you got the inside skinny on this deal?
You know, Willie, I have not got the inside scoop because I don't work there no more. But all reports are 3 shows this year, and I'm hearing a full schedule next year. And the previous ownership group who owns the DiMaggios are running the show, and I think they got a sponsor from Hook and Haul Towing from what I'm reading on the internet. I don't know all the details, but that's what I know right now. They are going to open for 3 weeks this year. August 8th is their first one. The September 24th and 25th. They're going to have the Trident race with street stocks, a bunch of cars. So if you guys want to check them out, check their Facebook page. And then they will have a cavalcade, which is the Halloween Festival Speed, the 25th and 26th, or the 26th and 27th of October. That's all I know. I don't know anything else other than that. But, Willie, it's about 3 minutes on the road from where I live at. And let me tell you, all I'm going to say to you people around here, you guys asked for it. You got it. Now go support the track, whether you're a fan or you're a driver. Go support the track because you don't know if this might be its grand finale. You don't know that. I'm not saying I know that. I'm just saying we all were crying about all the tracks not open, blah, blah, blah. Now it's there, and it will be. It is your job to go promote or not promote, but go support the racetrack. Doesn't matter who owns it or who runs it. Go support it. Go there, have fun. I know it's $20 to get into the front gate, and I'm going to tell you this right now. Redline Network, right here, we have donated $100, and I've already talked to Randy Jr., $100 for the opener to pay the first 5 people into the front gate. So that's what we've done for Lorain Raceway Park, as it's called. But again, all I ask you guys to do is go support the racetrack because, again, you don't know if this is the last. I don't know that. All I know is they're racing 3 races this year, so just go support. You got a car at home? Bring it out. You got people at home that ain't been to the racetrack in 10 to 15 years? Bring it out. For all you crybabies out there who are talking about, oh, well, you know, we want the track open. We want the track. It's open. I better see you guys there. Because even though I'm not working there, I will still be there to support because that's my local racetrack. I grew up there, and I want to go support and see racing. So
okay. All right, folks. Well, you know what? Dave, that was very politically correct. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you viewers right now, if you got the kids in the room right now, if they're in earshot, now would probably be the time to go ahead and tell the kids to go play in the room because I want to give it to you straight here right now. Okay? We'll give you guys a couple seconds here. Go ahead and tell little Johnny to go ahead and go play with the Matchbox cars over in the bedroom. Maybe turn it down, put the earphones on. So for my people up here in Northeast Ohio, all right, I'm going to shoot it to you straight right here. I'm not going to be like Dave. Listen here, motherfuckers, okay? Super modified fans, especially that are part of this show from Northeast Ohio. If you want to see super modifieds at Lorain County Speedway, you want to see them 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes down the road instead of having to travel fucking 45 fucking hours to go to Canada, to go to Michigan, to go to Oswego, New York, to go to Lee or Star or Jennerstown or whatever. If you want to go to a track within, you can be home the next day where you ain't got to pay for a damn hotel. Then I need to see your fat asses at Lorain County Speedway. And that's the flat out truth right now. All right. They're not going to probably run supers this year. They might. They might. And if they do, you guys need to pack the house, Northeast Ohio. All right? Because I'm telling you right now, if you want to see them there again next year, you better go support your local racetrack because you lost it once, you lost it twice. You're about ready to lose it a third time. All right? Sandusky Speedway is already going to be closed. I don't know what's going on with that track, but Lorain County's opening back up. And it's always going to be Lorain County Speedway to me. So, Dave, I'm sorry if I offend you by it, but it's always going to be Lorain County Speedway to me.
You don't offend me by it. I call it the county, but you know, the name of it is Lorain Raceway Park right now. So,
I get it. I get it, Dave. I do. But I'm telling you guys right now, super modified fans, stock car fans will watch this show. I'm telling you guys right now, you need to get your ass over to Lorain County Speedway. It's opening up August 8th. Yes, Dave said it's $20 to get in, but let me tell you something. Racing these cars ain't cheap. Paying these drivers aren't cheap, and getting your ass in the stands ain't going to be cheap either. So let me tell you something. The wealth gets spread everywhere, you know? So you're going to get the good show. They're going to get paid, and the racetracks might make a little bit of money. And that's what the racetrack's a business, folks. I'm just letting you know that right now. And they're in business to make money. They ain't in there to go and become millionaires by any chance. I'm telling you guys that right now. But Northeast Ohio, you need to support Lorain County Speedway. If you hear that they're open, your ass needs to truck your ass over there and open it because I don't want to see a tear. I don't want to see one damn tear when I hear, another track closed in Northeast Ohio. Because you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say the same thing I said last year. Where were you at to support them? Period. If I lived up there in Elyria or Lorain or Amherst or wherever Northeast Ohio, if I lived back up there again, I bet your ass, unless there's a super modified race going on somewhere. But if there wasn't, my ass would be there supporting that track. And you need to support your local racetracks. And if you don't support your local racetracks, you're going to be the first one on Facebook. Oh, I got no racing to go see anymore. Why? Because you didn't go see it. You and all the other pros watching super modified racing on Flow, you guys know who I'm talking about. You know exactly who I'm talking about. Get your ass to a racetrack. And I'm talking about you people up there in Oswego, New York, living within 10 minutes or 20 minutes or 45 minutes of the damn racetrack. You need to get your ass over there to the racetrack because you're going to be the first ones crying. And you know what I'm going to tell you? Shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear it.
Willie,
I don't want to hear it.
I'm going to touch on that real quick one last time with this.
Go
So
ahead.
all you people who've reached out to me throughout the season, some people who was there last year, people that ain't been there in 4 or 5 years, I'm telling you, get your ass to the racetrack on August the 8th and support Lorain County Speedway, Lorain Raceway Park, whatever it is, but it's always Lorain County, like Willie said. Get your ass there, support them, bring people who's never been, or knock the dust off somebody who ain't been there in 10, 15 years, bring them out to the racetrack. Listen.
Bring the kids. Bring your kids.
Bring the kids. Bring the kids. Bring them. Bring your neighbors, your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, whoever. Bring them out to Lorain County Speedway August 8th, and pay attention to their Facebook page because they're updating it all the time. You guys asked for it. You wanted it open. They're open. Now go support the track.
Yep, that's it. That's it.
I know personally, I got a text message to prove it to Randy Jr. I will send him $100 this Friday. He can put in wherever he wants to do it, but $20 to get into the grandstands. So Redline Network will pay for 5 people to get in. So however Randy wants to do that is how we're doing it.
Right. So you know what? When you see the post on Facebook, people share the damn post that the racetrack is open and back up again too. So people that don't know, like, okay, my friend Jeff Pfeiffer on here, aka the Lurch, he's on here. Number 1 fan of Tight End Lou Stop, number 1 fan of Willie Patterson, and he loves Dave Wallencheck. But yeah, anyways, share it. Let the people know, like, oh, there's a racetrack right around the corner from me. I went to high school with people that could hear a racetrack, and it's like, hey, Will, I hear like motors going on here. Like, look, you dumb idiot, it's a damn racetrack, like literally 2 miles in your backyard. Dwayne Hawkins, Max Nixon, James Dickerson, those 3 cats. And you know they live right there behind Church of the Open Door, which is like a mile and a half away from the racetrack. They didn't even know where it was at. They still don't know where it's at. They drove past it 100 damn times. So let these people know. Really? Share it on Facebook and get out and promote this damn racetrack.
Willie, to touch on Lurch's statement that he put there, he is 1,000% correct. When I was working at the track last year, we were set up at Jamie's Flea Market. Now, everybody, if you grew up in Lorain County, you know what Jamie's Flea Market is, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
And I would say through the summertime, there's probably about 200,000 people that walk through there from April till probably October. 80,000, not more.
2 million people walk through that place Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Okay, so
200,000. Yeah, it's way more than that.
Okay, so 2 million. I was being generous. We set a booth. We set up a booth out there. 6 weeks. 75% of the people that go to the flea market did not know that the racetrack existed, and they've lived in Lorain County their whole life.
I know.
How is that possible? How is that possible?
You're preaching to the choir, Dave. I know, but you know what? Let me tell you something. All right, and that falls back onto the racetrack. All right, it does. All right, and I know that they have fault in this too, Dave, because making a Facebook post about a race, you're only going to reach your racing audience. That's it. You're not reaching fresh faces. You got to get out there and put posters on convenience stores or on subways or McDonald's or barber shops. And they might already do that. And they might do that. Hey, have somebody out there with an arrow which says live auto racing this way. Put one up on 58 and 113. Put one up there at the Turnpike. Put one up there at Route 2. I'm telling you right now. Put one right there in front of the entrance. You gotta hustle. You gotta hustle to get these people into the damn racetrack. Because maybe if some kid annoys their parents enough, they'll say, Daddy, I want to go to the races. Like, all right, let's go. And then guess what? We got new race fans. Race fans are dying every single day, and we're not making new ones, especially on asphalt. Dirt doesn't have a problem. Asphalt is the biggest issue. We have to make new racing fans, people. And if you're not doing it, hell, I'm going to announce it now. A lot of you guys know I got a girlfriend. Okay? All right? Woman ain't never been to a race in her life until when? Till she met me. Okay? I've taken her mom to a race. She's got two wonderful little girls. All right? One's 12, one's 10. Guess what? I'll bring them to the racetrack with me. All right? They ain't coming to Classic. All right? So don't y'all ask. All right? Because that's my time. That's my time, people. But all the other races, I pack up the family truckster and I'm taking them all to the damn races. Now, I know it ain't cheap, all right? Because I got to spend the money to get all their asses in. But I'm telling you right now, I possibly might have made 2 extra new race fans. Those girls might want to go to the races. Guess who sits there on the couch and watches racing with me now? Those 2 little girls. My girlfriend, too. You know? So, yeah, I'm telling you guys right now, you guys need to bring these kids to the races, get them hooked on this stupid drug that we're all hooked on called auto racing and super modifieds. All right? So, Dave, running a little bit long. So, let's get to the sponsors. Let's get to Lake Erie, and let's get to our guest, Andy Jodway. All right, folks, here we go. Sponsor. Hey, welcome to the Fisher Custom Printing Studio, folks. Fisher Custom Printing. See this wonderful sign right here? They did that. They shipped it to me. Yep, they sure did. All the way down here, Florida, and they can ship it to you too. Oh, no matter if you're in Alaska, California, Florida, New York, Maine, they go coast to coast. They even go international. They'll ship it to you in Canada too. All right. So for all my Canadian brothers and sisters up there, and I got a few of you up there. I know a few of you guys watch. But hey, Fisher Custom Printing, phone number 440-371-8424. Get a hold of Bethany and Clay. Tell them Tight End Loose Out sent you. All right. Get that promo code. Then you got Lenny Fowler's Bush Trimming Service. Nobody trims the bush better than Big Lenny. He gets in there nice and deep like. Based out of Oswego, New York. Fowler Bush Trimming. Then we got, the Cruiser. Hold on, folks. You know, I've been lacking on my hanging up. You guys can see it still looks safe from last week, but give me 1 second here. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second here. So you guys can see here, Cruiser made this wonderful clock for me right here. And I'm telling you guys right now, wonderful sponsor. Randy Riskus does this. And he's doing koozies, he's doing clocks, he's doing all sorts of cool things. Mike McVeigh was on here last week. He was sporting his koozie from Cruiser. So get a hold of Randy Riskus. They have themselves a little Facebook page too. So go ahead and get a hold of Randy Riskus or go to the Facebook Cruiser. That's Koosier. Then we got Atkins Glass. Atkins Glass, based out of Sandusky, Ohio. They do all your automotive glass needs, whether you have an RV or a car. If you got a chip in that glass, go ahead and give Randall Courtney a call over there at 419-625-8421. Tell them Tight End Loose Out sent you. And we got Al Miller, Team Gunslinger. Number 69. Al's been a proud sponsor here of the show since the beginning. I just want to go ahead and thank Al and the wife and the whole race team for being a part of this. I appreciate you guys so much. And Al, as always, man, I'm so grateful and thankful. And I'll see you here in a couple of weeks. Then we got Lifetime Roofing, expert roofing contractors based out of Fulton, New York. This is a real roofing company, folks. 315-297-4589. That's Lifetime Roofing based out of Fulton, New York. Tell them Tight End Loose Out sent you. Let these people know if you guys got a leak or something like that going on, you guys got a little service deal that you guys need to get done on your roof, get a whole Lifetime Roofing. Support the people that support the show. I greatly appreciate that. Then we got JC's Custom Woodworking. Nobody plays with their wood like Big JC, based out of Hannibal, New York. He's got a Facebook page, folks. It's called JC's Custom Woodworking. Go check it out. He's got some really good stuff. He sells it right around the area. He also does raffles all the time, too. So, tell you, get a hold of Big Jason Carter. You'll be very happy. Then you got Reinhardt Kingsley's Mowing, based out of Oswego, New York. Phone number 315-751-1160. If you got a yard that you don't want to cut anymore, go ahead and get a hold of Reinhardt Kingsley Mowing. Jason would be more than happy to come on over there, give you a fair price, and give you a good job. Jason's a busy guy, but he's always got time for people for the show. If you use the name, I'm telling you right now, you will get yourself a discount. That's Reinhardt Kingsley Mowing. Then you got Big Jim's Golf Cart Taxi Service. Nobody gets around town like the Big Jim, based out of Oswego, New York. If you're down there in the flats, you need to get up there to the track, you might get a hold of Big Jim Koloka. He'll give you a ride up there and also go ahead and try to fill up your wife while he's at it too. So be careful with Big Jim, but I'm telling you, he's safe and reliable. And you got Oswego Storage Ports, secure, reliable, and dry. Been around since 2024. 74 Mitchell Street, phone number 315-216-7726. We also have a website too. It's OswegoStoragePorts.com. Use Tied In Loose Out as your promo code. You go ahead and get yourself a 10% discount. Tell them Tied In Loose Out sent you. Then you got Rupert's Party Rentals. Everything you need for an unforgettable event. Rupert's Party Rentals. Book it today based out of Fulton, New York. Folks, graduation parties, weddings, I don't care what it is. We already had the 4th of July. Whatever you got going on, birthday party for the kids, you guys want to go ahead and throw them around the bounce house, let them go ahead and break an arm, break a leg. Well, go ahead and get a hold of Rupert's Party Rentals. You can go ahead and throw them around in the tent all you want or in the bounce house. You got tables, he's got chairs, he's got everything you need. Go ahead and give Rupert a call. 315-532-4304. Tell them Tied In Loose Out sent you. My buddy Lenny Fowler's watching. We already dropped Fowler's bush trimming services, but yeah, nobody gets in the bush like the Big Leinster. But then we got Big Chief's Tax Service. Nobody cooks the books like the Big Chief, based out of Oswego, New York. Telling you guys right now, if you guys are filing late, go ahead and get a hold of Big Chief. He's the one to get a hold of. That's Big Greg Calicerdo, as we like to call him up there in the wine country, Big Chief. Then you got Catalog's Pizzeria, based out of Hannibal, New York, home of the meatiest calzone ever. It's big, it's thick, it's juicy. It just oozes out the juices right out of that thing. So go ahead and get a hold of Catalog Pizzeria, based out of Hannibal, New York. Then you got Big Mike's Meats, home of the double XL two-tube steak. I guess Mike's Meats was cooking over there at Erie Speedway. People were coming in from all over the place. They were smelling them delicious meats, and Mike was more than happy to go ahead and dish his meat out and just give it to whoever was asking for it. So get a hold of Big Mike's Meats. I'm telling you right now, I'm drooling now thinking about Big Mike's Meats, and I'm not going to be getting until classic. Yeah. Then you got Kingsley's Outdoor Service, making your outdoors red, white, and awesome. Phone number 863-282-9714. He does land clearing, bush cutting. I'm sorry. Mine's in the gutter there. Brush cutting, and all your type of dirt work. So he's actually based out of Florida. So for all my Florida friends that are watching down here, you bought yourself some property, want to build a house out here, get a hold of Kingsley's Outdoor Service. They'll go ahead and come out and take care of that lane for you.
Willie, and that's it. But we got the official beer of Redline Radio. Make sure you guys go get it. Outlaw Light, the official beer of Redline Radio. It is sold at Walmart's, Giant Eagle, Discount Drug Marts, Sheets, $1.79. Will get you a tall boy. They got $9.99 12 packs and $19.99 30 packs. Make sure you guys go check them out at any of your Discount Drug Marts, and we'll put you in a drawing to win some free beer if you take a picture with us. Tag Redline Radio, tag Outlaw Light. This is what it looks like, and we'll be bringing some up to Willie for Classic. I'll have 2 30 packs for him for up there. So make sure that you guys get some Outlaw Light.
Hell yeah, brother. Yeah, some of my man Lenny Fowler's on here. Hey, bro, watching you in the Modified Masters. Hey, that's good, man. Thanks for tuning in, Lenny. I appreciate you, brother. We need all the views we can get. Hey, speaking of that, folks, have you guys liked the show yet? I want to see them likes. Come on, people. I need to see some likes. Hit that like button, people. Like Redline Radio, LLC, like Tied In Loose Out, and like this episode. Please, people. You know, it's the whole algorithm type of thing. I need you guys to like. Follow. Tight End Loose Out. Follow Red Line Radio LLC. Oh, there's those likes. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much. And just remember, I only need one because that's all that counts. It's just one. So I appreciate you guys. Go ahead and like it. Share the show if you like. I appreciate you guys would. I appreciate if you guys would do that. Like it, love it. Hell, be mad at it. I don't care. Just go ahead and just let everybody know that you're watching this show. And I greatly appreciate it, everybody. I really, really do. And with that being said, we already got through the sponsors. Let's get through this ISMA Lake Erie race. And I'm telling you guys right now, I've gotten some phone calls from people. They've told me, man, this facility is beautiful. I guess we didn't really have the fan count that we wanted, but hey, look, it's the first time there. Maybe next year we can go ahead and get a little bit more. I see here, Derek Hilton says, Animal Andy. I love Animal Andy. Gilbert, what's going on? But so Animal Andy, that's my buddy right there. He's come up with some of these sponsor ideas, folks. I'm just letting you guys know that right now. So you guys can blame Animal Andy for that one. But let's get to Lake Erie here. We had 5th place was, as I like to call him, the gambler, Dave Dancer. 4th place was Todd Hoddick. I think I'm saying that right. This guy kind of just bursted on the scene and bust out a top 5 in ISMA. I think I might have to get this guy on the show and know who the hell this guy is. He was running pretty stout at the end. Very impressive. 3rd place was our guest last week, Mike McVeigh. 2nd place was Kyle Edwards. He's been having some good runs here lately. And 1st place, this man, folks, was dominant. You guys can see I'm wearing the shirt, sporting it today. Tyler Schulich, man, this kid is on fire right now. I should have started calling him Mr. Infuego because he is just literally lighting it up, podium after podium after podium after podium. He's fast time, track records. That is Tyler Schulich. Lenny Fowler, he does this fantasy league. And by the way, this year, folks, I am tanking it this year. I am completely god-awful. I am tied for last place, okay? I'm doing that bad. I had a couple bad weeks, all right? A couple people wrecked or pulled off, and that just killed me early in the season. So maybe I can come out of the basement, but right now I am a straight-up cellar dweller. I'll let you guys know next year before the season starts about this NASCAR Fantasy League that we do. And how it goes is that you can only pick one driver for the year, and that's it. Can't use them again. So once you use them, that's it. You're done for the year. And I got some good heavy hitters still left. I haven't used no heavy hitters yet. So I did burn up Tyler Schulich, and it was a good burn. I got him for a heat race win in the future with. So yeah. But that is Lake Erie. I know there was a race up in New England with NESS, and I'm still boycotting NESS until they apologize to a driver. I may or may not talk about them. So it's unfortunate, but whenever you scold super modified drivers for going to support another super modified series in front of all the other drivers, I think that's bullshit. And if you got a problem with it, the name is William Patterson on Facebook. Feel free to message me and I'll give you my phone number. A lot of these people already have it, so give me a call. So that being said, folks, let's get to our guest. We are running very much behind, but this driver right here is a multi-time Pro Karts champion. He has more wins than Otto Sitterly in the SBS. He is a 5-time feature winner at Oswego Speedway. He is a 2-time, as my boy Dave likes to do, 2-time Mr. SBS winner. He is the current points leader in the SBS class at Oswego Speedway. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. This is going to be a great show. Andy Jodway.
Hey, Will, thanks for having me.
Hey, Andy, how you doing, buddy?
Doing good.
Doing good. Thanks for coming on. We talked, was it last year at Classic around the campfire, or if it was the year before, and I'm like, I got to get you on. I got to get you on. And I've been slacking with the SBS guys. And, I think you're my third SBS guy that I've had on in 3 years. So, next is going to be the 350 guys. They're going to say I don't get enough of those guys on, but I'm going to make up for it. I promise you guys, I'm going to go really hard this month on the lower divisions for the as I like to call them, the feeder divisions that are going to be up with the big boys, eventually one day. Or some people like Andy, or might just be content staying right where they're at. But yeah, so I just want to apologize, Andy, for not getting you on sooner. But I got you on now, and now everybody on here is going to be able to hear your story, and and I'm sure it's going to be a good one. So Andy, as we talked earlier on the show, like I tell everybody, we always do a little pre-interview. So Andy, what was it that got you into racing?
Well, I think it was parents, of course, like many. My father raced stock cars down in Florida, down in the Palm Beach area, and Pompano Raceway, I think. I don't know. I've just seen a lot of pictures, but as we grew up and got old enough to race BMX, we've raced those for several years. And
now, where did you race those at? You raced them down in Florida or up in New York?
Yeah. So when I was about 2 years old, we all moved up to New York, to Oswego.
Okay.
So all of our experiences in racing has been up in Oswego. So we raced BMX at Thunder Island right there in Fulton, New York. But that class kind of took us around to places like Niagara Falls and all the way down to Pompano Beach and Amsterdam and Pennsylvania. It was quite the experience, just traveling, and I wasn't quite as good in the BMX side, to be honest. My brother did a heck of a lot better than I did, and he had a picnic table full of trophies. I'll tell you that. Had just enough to fill the seat. So, anyways, so yeah, we did that for a few years, and then old enough to get into go-karting, call it pro kart, kind of separate it from, what people don't understand what racing go-karts are. So anyways, we did that for a few years. And again, based out of Oswego, we raced at Cherry Valley. It was kind of our home track.
Now, did you do road course racing, or was this oval asphalt, or was it dirt racing? What kind of go-kart racing was it?
Yeah, it was all asphalt course track.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We did a couple indoor races at Niagara Falls. We tried dirt tracking and failed pretty miserably at that. But we were really successful, in the course tracks, at our home base at Cherry Valley. And, we raced the Dunlop Pro Kart Series and won that championship one year. And it was really, really great experience. And I felt like I did much better in that than I did BMX. And once the inaugural class of SBS came up, which was called Limited Super Modifieds.
Very familiar with that, yeah.
Yeah, my father jumped all over it and said, "Yeah, we need to do it." And so we got a car, and my brother raced the first year, and I sat in the pits, just helped, supported. Did pretty well. I don't know how well we finished, but. We didn't fail for sure. So the next year my brother went to college for technical school, and I sat in the seat. And
around. I mean, let's do a timeline here. Let's get some years in here so people can kind of understand what's going on. So, about how old were you when you got into go-karts?
So when I got into go-karts, I think we were about 12 years old.
Okay.
So we went from 12 to about 16.
All right, then.
We got out of that right when the SBS series kicked off.
So whose idea was it to go ahead and great idea was it to get you into go-karts? So you guys got out of BMX racing, and somebody had to come up with a great idea to say, hey, look, let's try this go-kart racing thing out.
Yeah, I think it was my father's aspiration to do what he did when he was a kid, when he was growing up, race stock cars.
Right.
And we were always around it. My father was always taking us to Oswego Speedway. We get season tickets, and follow drivers like Doug Heveron, Bentley Warren, and just really enjoyed it. And like you were saying earlier in the podcast, just generating fans and future drivers was exactly what happened there. That's really what got us going, I believe. I just kind of followed the lead. My brother was getting into it. Okay, I want to do it. And that's kind of what it was. So the SBS series, I think, started in 92, if I'm correct. So 1992.
Let's see here. Yeah, it was practicing in 91. Eddie Bellinger was practicing in 91. So yeah. So I remember I think he either built the first one or he was out just like testing it. I remember I spent the summer up there in Oswego, and shout out to my Aunt Mary Ann that's on here watching right now. My Aunt Mary Ann Reinhardt, she's watching right now, so she's gonna be laughing. But yeah, I remember coming up there, spending the summer with Andy Upcraft and Jason, and I'm like, what is this new car? And it's called the Limited. So I want to say that was 91. So I think 92 was the first year. Yeah.
Yep. The first full season. It was a year that graduated high school. So it was a year before. I was 16, I guess. Not sure I took the checkered flag that year. If I did, it was a heat win. It was graduation year. And that year, it was a heat win. I won. They gave out all the graduating classes, or for the graduating class, all free tickets to the Speedway on graduation day.
Now there's an idea. Wow. Yeah, there's an idea to generate some asses in the seats right there. That's a great promotion right there. I never knew that till now.
So won my first heat win, first checkered flag on graduation day, and I tell you, the crowd was pretty ecstatic about it. I don't know how many folks actually went from the graduation class, but it was pretty exciting.
So let's pause here for a second here, and well, not pause, but let's go ahead and kind of reel it in. So you go from go-karts to SBSs. You're going from a road course track. Correct? You said course racing, correct?
That's right.
To an oval track. You're going from a whole different type of car engine. What was that horsepower like transitioning? Like, how long did it take you to get acclimated with it? Were you I don't want to say were you scared, but were you intimidated by the steel walls your first time being there, and just getting acclimated with the Limited Super Modified?
Well, I think there's a lot of skills that are transferable. You're
Right.
relative, it's a smaller car than the go-kart. It's the acceleration, the speed through the corners. You learn how to react, your reaction times. You know exactly what you're capable of. And the bigger car, of course, it's apples and oranges, but acceleration is not the same. But the speed, exhilaration, the close racing, the open wheel, all those things to race. I would say race fair, race in a way to protect your equipment, protect yourself. The open wheel component of that was probably the biggest transferable skill, I guess, to say. So the experience first time in that car, I don't really remember, but 25 years ago, but young, dumb, and full of anger, and I think,
Oh yeah.
and just ready to race, and that's the way I ran. So, but yeah, that was probably, a lot of go-kart drivers made their way further. I mean, up to NASCAR and throughout. So
Right.
it's just, and it might flush out some people that just, I would say, just don't have it. You got those.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So what was the feelings like? Okay, you guys got the car. So let's rewind back a little bit further. How did the car come about? Like Dad brings a car home. Did Dad sit you down and said, "Hey, look, what do you think about getting into this?" Like, was it a surprise? Like, to tell us a story about that.
Well, from what I remember, it was more about my brother and him racing. I can't remember. I think I was still racing go-karts that year he raced the SBS. Went out and bought a car. I believe it was a Nichols chassis. I can't remember. But it was pre-planned. And it's like I was still unsure what I wanted to do. I wanted to watch and learn, and I knew it wasn't a surprise. We built a garage, a nice race car garage, and in advance of it, and got the car. Learned a lot, basically from ground up. I mean, the class was ground up, right? And so everything we learned was something that was learned that nobody else did. There's a lot of similar cars, I think, out there, make stock cars or maybe even dirt applied, but the track was totally different. 5/8 mile paved oval. Nobody else had a car like that anywhere else. So there's definitely some folks that had an advantage. So we learned a lot. My father was very technical, very much a study of everything, how to set the car up and how to adjust it and how to create, front end components. At that time, it was the front end Chevelle chassis. So all of our parts came from junkyard. For the most part, maybe the upper A arm we fabricated, but the lower A arms, I think there's still cars out there like that. But anyways, it was. I think we spent a lot of time at the parts store, which we called the junkyard.
Yeah, as I like to call them on here, the good old days when you could just go ahead and go to the junkyard and peel the parts off of an old car and they translate over to your race car. So so I know when I used to race, I had a junkyard as a sponsor, and people would be like, "What do you get a junkyard as a sponsor for?" I'm like, dude, I got free parts. So just bring the old parts back and just leave them there and just go peel off whatever I needed for my car. So I definitely get it. Let's see here. Michael note on here says Dayton Chassis.
Dayton Chassis. That's right.
Yep, Dayton Chassis. So fresh division. You're new driver. You wanted to win in a heat race your rookie season. How many races did you get in your rookie season? Did you work a full season or part-time schedule?
No, it was full season.
Okay, all right then. How'd you do in points?
Don't really remember. If Camden Proud is on, he's got all the stats, but he's filling me up with all those things the first year I was there, and last year, I mean, I think we did fairly well, top 10, maybe a top 5 year after year between myself.
Okay. So was there ever a brotherly rivalry between you two out there on the track?
No. There was no strategy either, but there's no rivalry either. So we weren't racing together until year number 3.
Okay.
Year 1, it was just him. Year 2, it was just me. Year 3, it was us both.
Okay. So I like whenever I race against my friends or I see brothers out there racing, you always kind of race your brothers a little bit harder than you would race somebody you didn't know or something like that. And so that never happened. So if he ever got on the outside of you, never pushed a little bit harder to keep your brother behind you?
Yeah. There was a time at Evans Mills, the car was really hooked up. The car that I had went from 12th to 4th before a red flag and pulled up beside him. And I think he was kind of surprised I was there during the red flag. And I said, "Hey." And I think he knew. And so he didn't race me. I'll just say that. And
Okay.
Not too hard, and just let me go, and ended up winning that race, against Ryan Conium. So that was a great race on Father's Day. One of probably one of the most memorable ones. But no, we didn't. There's no rivalry between us both. I think it was year 95, 96, 97 that we had team cars. We the same look.
Right.
Really enjoyed that part of it.
So let's talk about your first feature win. You've got 5 feature wins here, as I got it written down. What year? Do you remember what year you won your first feature?
I believe it was 94.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much of that day do you remember about that day?
We drank a lot of champagne and beer, and what I don't remember how we won it. I believe there was a little bit of racing going on in first and second place, and I was able to get around those folks. But what I do remember is just, of course, the celebration afterwards, and that was really special. My aunt brought which should have been a tall boy Budweiser, but she was waiting for the moment, and finally we broke through that barrier of our first feature win, and we're cheering and celebrating that. But it was so long ago, and knowing myself back then, I was probably just ready for the next race, and just so race focused.
So Robert Jodway on here. Is that your brother?
My father.
That's your father? Okay. He says some of the time he just followed his brother around until he made a mistake and took advantage of it, especially when he was 26 other cars on the track, especially when 26 other cars on the track with him.
Yeah, so, there was a lot of cars.
Yeah. back in the good old days, they like to call it. Yeah. So I guess you just followed your brothers from what your dad's saying, huh? But so you won your first feature. Don't remember much about it. What feature for you stands out the most that you win the most? And you can't say the one you won this year either, because we're going to get to that one. So there's got to be a couple of those Mr. Supers, Mr. SBS, I should say, have to stick out in the craw that has to be very fulfilling.
I think I was running third on one of the SBS Mr. SBS races. He's right. I was following him. Him and Mark Regan were racing pretty hard, and just being patient. And you got two cars in front of you racing really hard, and one behind them that's faster. You can tell, just getting impatient. Okay, just something's going to happen here. Something's going to happen, and it did. They got into each other, and was able to get around. They took each other out pretty much, and that was the first Mr. SBS, that was probably one of the memorable ones out of the two. But out of the five that I can remember, that's probably one of the ones out of the four before this year. But a lot of brain fade over the past 28 years. So there's
well, yeah, trust me, I get it. I just turned 50 myself, so I'm now, to the point in my age now where I'm like, that was like 92 or 93. I can't remember exactly what year, so I got to kind of go back and think of what years it was. But yeah, trust me, I get it. And you younger kids that are watching, you're going to have this one day too. All right. You guys might be an encyclopedia right now, but you guys get up there around Andy and myself's age, you're going to have, as Andy like to call it, brain fade. I like that. And the adult soda pops don't help either. That's for damn sure on my end. So it definitely doesn't help. So
definitely Evans Mills is probably the most memorable, even though it wasn't Oswego.
Gotcha. And so does that count in your tally of SBS wins, Evans Mills? So you won a total of 4 at Oswego and 1 at Evans Mills?
No, that'd be 6 with Evans Mills.
Okay, 6 with Evans Mills. Okay, all right. And don't want to sell you short. Now, were you the SBSs like to travel a little bit? Did you ever race Lancaster? Spencer. Yep. Oswego and Evans Mills. Did you guys ever run another track other than those?
I don't think so. No, we didn't. It was just those 3, I believe.
Okay, so a lot of the tracks outside of Oswego, which tracks were your favorite tracks to run?
I didn't mind going to Evans Mills, but of course, Oswego being, much wider sweeping turns, a little bit of banking.
Right.
It's much more racy. Two lines to race, even though somehow we created 3 wide at Evans Mills.
It's amazing how that happens sometimes.
Oswego's just going to be the favorite, of course, across them all.
Right.
But love going to those other tracks, and especially if it's a day after, on a Sunday and equipment's still good, let's go race. If not, sorry. It's you got a week to fix it if you got something happening at the Evans Mills or Spencer. But Oswego's probably going to be the favorite.
Gotcha. So you wound up going, having a pretty decent career. I mean, you were off and on your way, and all of a sudden, Andy Jodway just up and disappeared. What happened to Andy? Where did he go?
Well, like a lot of folks up in upstate and northern states, just kind of migrated south. Economies were better, and we just like you in Cape Coral in Florida.
Right.
We're right there in the seat next to you.
Mm-hmm.
And so we moved to Tennessee, and decided after a couple of years of college, of not out of high school and doing racing, that I needed to really do something different. Went to college took me 5 years, most people 4. I was working full time. So, but after that, the construction management degree in East Tennessee State University in Johnson City, Tennessee. That was quite the transition, going from upstate New York, where everyone knows everything, to East Tennessee, where folks just it's a definitely a different culture shock. And I learned quickly to get rid of my New York accent.
Did you trade it in for a Southern accent, though?
Yeah, I tried really, really hard, and I think I did it. I don't know, but it took some time in Texas as well. So, but after graduating college, went to immediately, acquired a job working in healthcare construction, building hospitals, renovating hospitals. Moved to Tucson, Arizona for a couple of years. And then back to Nashville, South Carolina, did a hospital, Texas, did another hospital, and then to Nashville. And Nashville is where we sat for 16 years. At that point, kind of grew in the career and, managing from afar, not on the project site anymore. So at that point, I was traveling to Tucson, to Washington State, Washington, D.C., Texas, all over the place, Florida. And of course, most recently, in the last 3 years, I was asked to move to Florida, or an opportunity to move to Florida and open an office for our company. And I said, I got nothing in Nashville. It's growing. It's becoming a shit show, traffic. And let's get out of here. It's just me and my wife, Kelly. And we had some friends, of course, but, we were born in Florida, had family here, and it just felt right. So we moved to Tampa.
So let me get this right. You left Nashville traffic. Just make sure I'm hearing this correct. You left Nashville traffic for Florida traffic.
Newport Richey traffic.
Okay. Oh, well, okay. Yeah. Yeah, but you go outside of Newport Richey. What's that like?
I don't know. I work from home.
Let me tell you something, folks. You come down here, I would say November to May. It is gridlock. I don't care where you're at in Florida. Even Newport Richey, I'm sure it has its days for damn sure. So it's something it's something to drive us crazy. I'm telling you guys right now. I grew up in Northeast Ohio for 38 years, and this traffic still today just aggravates the living hell out of me. It just makes me want to road rage. But so during all that time, you're bopping around all over the country, building hospitals everywhere. Did you ever catch any races? Did you ever catch the bug? Did you ever help out? Did you ever hop in anybody's car? What happened, during that time? Or did you just go catch a race now and then and never raced again during that time?
I would take some coworkers out and kick their ass at K1.
I know where that's at.
Or Andretti, the go-karts.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Tucson. We spent a lot of time at the Tucson Raceway Park, just watching. And we became spectators at that point. We became supporters of the local track everywhere we went, everywhere we could. And even in Texas, did the same thing. Anywhere there's a local track, we would definitely spend, 3 or 4 weekends out of the year through the season to support it. It was fun. I mean, to be honest, when we left Oswego, it was just so hard that it just kind of didn't want to forget about it, but didn't want to dwell on it either. Just needed to move on with career. But it always came back to us when went to local track and just hung out there. Didn't hang out in the pits, didn't help out, but just always reminisced of what we used to do. And but it was also much cheaper.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet it was. Yeah. Did you ever get the itch? Man, that'd be a fun car to drive. Or, man, yeah. I know I can still, I still got it, just give a little story about myself. I just, I used to race back home in Ohio, and I looked at this car, that car, and said, I'm just going to get you one of these little front-wheel drive jobs. Let's go out and I'm going to go race dirt. I've always wanted to go race dirt. Got a dirt track about an hour east of me, and I bought one. I went out there, and I wound up finishing second my first night out. And it's just, I've always had the itch. I ended my career early, just like you did. I was young. I had kids, and kids took priority, and adulting. And it's I had to sell off everything. I had to sell the truck. I had to sell the trailer. I had to sell the street stock. I had to sell it all. And but I've always chomped on the bit, wanting to get back behind the wheel again. Did that ever happen to you? Did you ever have that God, man, just I want to race again?
Yeah, last year.
Yeah, sure.
I'm kidding. I'll fast forward on you, but no, I mean, through the 25 years of absence from Oswego Speedway, I've always had the itch, but the time, no, I really just dedicated myself to a career. Didn't have any kids, but I bought a boat, so you know what that happens.
Bust out another 1,000.
Yeah, bust out another 1,000.
Yeah.
So no, didn't have the itch. To be honest, once we left Oswego, it was in the rearview mirror, and again, just thinking about it though just created a little bit of anxiety. Hey, I want to go back. It's always been in the back of my head for sure. In 96 or 2016? Sorry, got invited back to at least to get an award for the top 25 years of the class.
Yeah,
that was pretty special.
I actually have that T-shirt. Actually. Yeah.
I was sitting in the back grandstands. I knew that while I was there, and there's a guy in front of me with a T-shirt on, and Andy Upcraft. He goes, "Hey, did you get one of those shirts?" I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Well, your name's on it." I said, "Really? We got shirts?" And I was like, "Oh wow!" So I went back in the front grandstands immediately and bought 4 of them, and still have them. But the itch has always been there, just never the opportunity. The people I was around were coworkers that were into racing or whatever, which was fine. just I knew that if I got back into it, I would need a support, I need a team, mechanic. To be honest, I've been a horrible mechanic. You can ask Derek and Dennis, but yeah, it's always been in the back of my head, but never developed into anything.
So let's get into this then. How did this deal all come together then? I mean, it just come out of nowhere, like Andy Jodway's back. Like, what the hell? Like, so how did this all come together?
So I still follow the Facebook, page, and I saw this guy named James Rusall.
Yeah, Hollywood.
Hollywood. He dropped a post about a team with a car and said, "Hey, looking for some old timers, or what do you call it?" I mean, he called it legends, but I'm a little bit too humble for that. But anybody looking for a ride, or just teasing? And so I jumped on it. I said, "Sure." And it was just a couple of days later, I said, "Hey, through Messenger, you got a minute for a call?" And I said, "Yeah, I do." And so I talked to James for a little bit, and he said, "Yeah, we got a car. I'm working with Derek Hilton and helping develop an SPS car to get it on the track and continue to promote the class. And are you willing to jump in and come back?" And I said, "Yeah, absolutely." And I think this was like December or January of 2025. So yeah, I said absolutely, and I said, "Okay, well, you're in." And so I don't know what I'm in for, but and it wasn't immediately went to the closet. I still had my suit, still had my helmet, all my gear in the same bag that I left it in on the last race.
Oh, wow.
I mean, all just still in the same. I mean, I didn't touch it. From all that moving across the U.S., throughout the states in the last 28 years, in the same bag, never touched it. I thought I would open that thing up and it would just fall apart.
Mothballs. I mean,
Yeah.
the moths, not mothballs, the moths ate through it. Yeah.
Yeah. That commercial, you just taking things out of the fridge and expired.
Yeah.
That was more like it. Yeah, so I said, "Yeah, let's do this." And so we connected and talked more and about what it looked like, and let's just do kind of take it a step at a time, week at a time, and just pick a handful of races. And at that time it was just one race, and I can understand why, because it just could be an old washed up driver and not perform, and hey, thanks and see you. But we did pretty good and kept it going.
All right. Okay. So how does the travel work out for you?
Pretty good. The travel is obviously it works good. We leave. We typically what we've been doing this year is just leaving out late on a Thursday, Southwest flight through Baltimore to Rochester, and stay there the night. Like midnight, we land and get a hotel, jump in a rental car next morning, and drive over Fast Friday or not, and grab a couple nights hotel and Oswego and get back. So we've been fortunate enough through the years that we've been traveling with work that we built a lot of points with travel. So it's not as exhausting financially as many might think, but this is a once-time deal. I don't know what's going to happen after this year, so we're all in, and if I got to take a second mortgage out, so be it.
Yeah. So Derek Hilton just commented on here. He says, when we were looking for a driver for the one car, Andy came up for a Fast Friday. He jumped in the car and ripped off a 19.0. I told Hollywood, cancel the other drivers. Andy's our man. LOL.
I do remember that now. Yeah, well, I didn't know what fast times were anymore, and you know, I don't know what it was back then. I think obviously probably a little bit slower. And we ripped off a 19.0, and he was ecstatic. I'm like, is that good? I mean, I mean, green track, old tires. I think it had 3 or 4 stencils on it, and I was like, yeah, let's do this tomorrow and next week. And the first race was supposed to be, you know, we brought a lot of people in, which was a Memorial Weekend that year. Last year, had a lot of people there. It was a great time. I had some people from Arkansas, some people from Tennessee, friends, coworkers, and of course it got rained out, but it was a bummer. But I think we hit every bar in Oswego that night.
There's many of those, that's for sure. There's no shortfall of bars in Oswego, that's for sure.
So I think the next race that we raced, the first race that was the week after and finished 6th, if I remember. And the next one, we were leading for quite a while. Got caught up in a lap car and finished 2nd. So
you were flirting hard last year to get that win. Like you were right there many a times, and it's like, oh man, he's going to rip off a win here any minute now. Like you were right there, and I remember like just I'm pulling for you. I'm like, man, this guy's been out of racing for so many years. Like this is big for the SBS class to see it, you know. And, you know, I don't mean to use the word old, but, you know, to see an old vet come in and teach these young whippersnappers, you know, like you still got a little bit of gas left in the tank, you know? So it was, Derek just commented on here. He says, you were on 2-year-old race tires. We went out there and busted off that lap. So, damn, Derek, we were just, you're over here just shining up Andy right now. 2-year-old race tires out here setting almost fast time right now in 19.0. So that's pretty damn good. But so you finished off the season. How were you looking towards 2026, or was it or were you just like, hey, I'm good, I can walk away now, or did you say, I want to come after this for next year?
Well, you know, that race we didn't win that we felt like we should have, and who knows what the second place, what that did for us, you know, the trajectory of this year. Because, you know, I very well could have said, hey, we came back, we mission accomplished, we won a race. Very well could have said, hey, thanks, Derek, thanks, James, you know, let's, you know, put somebody else in it. But that kind of left something unfinished. And towards a classic, you know, when we had some mechanical issue and we were running really well. And Derek said, hey, dude, I want you back. If you want to come back, let's do it. Let's do it. You got the full season. I'm like, oh, you know, I got this career. We're going to open an office in Tampa and this company, and like, all right, I'm in. You know, I committed, and said, yeah, let's do it. And at the time, I didn't know if it was going to be a full season. I was like, okay, let's do a week at a time, see what happens. You know, if it starts off not well, and we can adjust. But it started off really well, and even before that, I decided, hey, let's make this a commitment car, you know, for team points or whatever it does. But we made a commitment car out of it, and said, yeah, let's make it a full season. At the time, it was 9 races. I don't know, we're at 8 races this year, and we're halfway through.
So you're halfway through. You won a race already this year. What was that like, winning that race this year? Like, did it feel like you got the monkey off your back? I'm sure there had to be some Budweiser flowing in the pits after that win.
Yeah, there was. The last I remember, I'm kidding. It was. I felt more satisfied for Derek and James, and of course our chief mechanic, and Dennis, and having those guys have that win was more satisfying than anything, because they worked so hard to build that car and continue to adjust it and all that, and it was very satisfying. And it was like what was unfinished last year was finished, and we accomplished what we set out to do. And of course, now we're looking to just continue that 1 week at a time.
Right.
We're having fun doing it. If we stop having fun, we're not going to do it. But we're having a blast. And the time in the garage, the time in the pits, the time texting each other, and just on the phone talking about setups. It is so much fun. I wouldn't give that up for a world, for anything. If that stops, I don't want to do it anymore.
And that's what racing's supposed to be. It's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be stressful. You're supposed to cut it up and have some fun and crack jokes and maybe tease each other here and there. And just obviously back in way back in the day, obviously, in the 60s and 70s and 80s, these guys were cutting it up, and they didn't have text messaging and Facebook and the internet or anything like that. But, it was still fun for them. But I've always said exactly how you just said it. When it's not fun anymore, that's when it's time to get out of it. And it seems like you guys are all having yourselves a good time. And whatever happens. You're leading points now. With 4 races to go in the season, you already made it to the halfway point of the year. Was the intention to win a championship? Did you think you could win a championship going into this year? Did you think it was possible? Or, tell me.
I don't know. I'll let you know August 29.
I don't want to jinx you. You're right. I'm sorry for even asking that question. I don't want to put that on you. You're right. You're 100% right. Do not answer that question. When I see you at Classic, wherever you might be, that's when I'll ask you that. I'll re-ask you that question again.
Yeah. No. The minute you set your expectations, like, okay, that becomes something that it becomes. I don't know what you call it, but it's voodoo.
Yes. Yes.
Let's just do 1 week at a time and see what happens. But let's win 1 week at a time.
Right. Right. I 100% agree, and I apologize. And Derek, I apologize. I'm not going to put that voodoo on you guys for sure. So yeah. But Buddy Moose is watching. Hey, Moose, how you doing, buddy? But just it's refreshing to see you out there and seeing you out there having fun. I love hearing drivers saying that they're having fun. It's not stressful. I'm sure it is somewhat stressful, but it's just just out there just cutting it up. So got to ask you a few questions. Just one of those things where I always kind of ask drivers. You've already answered one of them, but we'll ask you some more. It was going to be, what was your favorite track? And it seems like it's going to be Oswego. Jared says, we don't talk points, Willie. Sorry. Guilty as charged. Hand of accountability's up there, but I would take it Oswego's probably your favorite track that you've ever raced.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I always ask him, this is always some fun questions and stuff. If I was to go inside your pantry or your cabinet where you keep all the snacks and goodies, what is Andy's favorite guilty pleasure snack that he has to have or loves to have?
I don't know. I usually just say, hey, Kelly, I'm a little hungry. I don't go in there.
You don't have like any sweets or anything like that? Cashew nuts or Dots pretzels, or like I love the fruit snacks, the Welch's fruit snacks. Those are my favorites. So you don't have any guilty pleasure snacks that you like to eat while you're sitting around watching the ball game or something?
If there's a chicken wings in the pantry, yes, I'm all over it.
So big chicken wing guy. All right.
Yeah. From upstate
So,
New York.
So if I see you from Lighthouse Lanes, then I already know I can go ahead and send you over a 6-pack of wings then.
That's right.
Yeah. So, favorite beverage? What beverage? Are you a soda guy or you a water guy?
Probably a brown water guy.
Well, what kind of
No,
brand is that brown? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a Captain Morgan guy. So yeah.
You know, those drink mixes that you put in for with the water, the hydration mixes. I don't know.
Yeah.
Lately, I've been getting off the dark beers and things like that. But I don't know. If you had asked me that last year, I would have said, "Hey, yeah, I'd love a good high gravity dark beer," and that was probably been my favorite. But you know, trying to really fit in that driver suit, I need to cut that out.
Especially if you're 25-year old, you probably got a new suit by now, right?
No, same suit.
Same suit, 25, and you still fit in it. Good Lord, man. There's no way I'd be my fire suit from 25 years ago. No way. Let's see here. Favorite racing memory?
It'd be the Evans Mills race. Passing on the outside, last lap, last turn.
Oh, it was that dramatic. I didn't know it was that dramatic. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was. And I posted a YouTube on it. It was. And that's where Tom Baker gave the nickname Animal Andy during that whole race because, you know, went from 12th to 1st. And, you know, it was a last lap and last turn pass on the outside. It was very memorable on Father's Day.
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely. Yep. Let's see here. What other one? So we got favorite memory in. What are your goals for 2020? What does 2027 look like? Is it still one race at a time?
Still one race at a time.
Still one race at a time.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's quite the effort, as you know, to travel.
Yep.
Got a lot of responsibilities in Florida, what we're doing. But, you know, if it continues to be fun and rewarding to myself, or not myself, but people around me, I'm going to continue to do it. It might not be a full season. It might be full season. I don't know. We'll see.
Right.
Derek does not want to sell the car.
Sounds like you'll always have yourself an open seat if that's the case. He doesn't want to sell it. Yeah. Derek, if you're ever looking for any other washed up drivers from Florida, I'm always available. I don't know if I can go a 19.0 on 2-year-old tires, but yeah, I've always loved to get behind the wheel of an SBS car. Looked at a couple of them, wanting to buy them. I cannot get it together to where I live down here. That track is up there. It's just idiotic. There's no way that I could ever go and buy a car and haul it up there or leave it up there and just maintenance it in 24 hours and go race it the next day. No matter how much I want to do it.
How many folks in SBS would want to come down to New Smyrna or something like that?
Man, if they had a good car count, they might be able to pull that off, get them down here for a couple of races during speed weeks. If they could get like 17, 18 of those guys that all get together and get done, that would be a great race at New Smyrna. Those cars would put on a hell of a show at New Smyrna. I think they put on a better show than the open wheel. Not the Tour modifieds. They call it open wheel E-Mod, IMCA style modifieds. I think they would put on a better show than those guys would for sure. Derek says maple syrup Andy, LOL. So yeah. So let's see here. We got snacks, we got drinks. What else? I think there's a couple other questions going on here. We talked about that already too. So yeah. So sponsors. I told you I might forget, you might forget, but is there any sponsors you'd like to go ahead and thank from, even back in the day to the current ones now, the people that helped you get to where you're at now? You got anybody you'd like to thank out there?
Well, the sponsors of my suit are no longer available. Um, but yeah, absolutely. One that's really supported us, the team with Derek's and Derek Hilton Racing, which used to be Maplewood Bar and Grill is now Shire's Heaven Bar and Grill. They're in Syracuse. They've been a huge supporter of Hilton Racing. Apollo Adventures, J&J Printing, Salmon River Maple Products. That's Derek's maple syrup.
Okay.
Sky's the Limit, which is also Derek's daughter. Has got a great embroidery company. Made a bunch of shirts for us last year. Oswego County ATV, FL Crane, a drywall firm that supported us. I mean, it, not financial, but it kind of supported us. Not on the list, but should be noted. You know, we got a vacation rental down in the Keys, which you need to come down to, Willie.
Would love to. All I need is an invite.
Marathon Beach Pit. So look that up on Facebook, and it's a vacation rental that we have down in Marathon in the Keys.
Okay.
But other than that, that's about it on sponsors.
Great. James Rushaw just jumped on here. So I'd like to go ahead and James, he mentioned you on here, so he kind of dropped the word about how you kickstarted his career again. So yeah, that's really cool. So, well, Andy, I just want to go ahead and say thank you very much for coming on. I hope you had as much fun as I did, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Andy Jogway, points leader at Oswego Speedway. And Andy, I'll be seeing you in about 5 races.
All right. Well, if I could quickly just thank a couple more folks. And
Go ahead.
Orders, of course, James Rusaw, Derek Hilton, Dennis, he's an extreme mechanic. He's fantastic at what he's doing. Scott Butler is there every week, an old-time friend, used to go-kart with us. Of course, the Upcrafts. Can't forget about those guys. My brother, Tom Jodway, and Kelly Jodway, of course, my wife. She's the one that feeds us in the pits and keeps us going.
Awesome.
And, of course, a lot of family support. So really appreciate it, Willie. And thanks for inviting me on the show.
Yeah, thank you for coming on, Andy, and I look forward to seeing you. And SBS guys, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to walk through the pits during Classic, probably on the Friday of Classic, and I really just got to meet you guys. I really do. I got to build up a friendship with you guys. These big box super modified guys always hog me over the whole time and get chatting with those guys. So I need to get over there to the SBS guys and get rapping with those guys. But Andy, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you here early September.
All right. Sounds good.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Andy Jogway. All right, folks. Well, we're going to go ahead. We're going to have ourselves a little conversation here. All right. So I got some time here. I got about 5 minutes before Dave gets mad at me and pulls the hook on me. So as you guys know, there is a huge 350 super modified race going on up in Lancaster here in a couple of weeks. I believe it's going to be next week, and they are running for some pretty big damn money up there. So for all you New England guys, for all you Oswego guys, for all you Ohio guys, me and Dave got on a tyrant about super modified racing and how you need to support your local racetrack and support super modified, support all types of racing. Telling you, 350 guys, it's going to probably be one of the biggest paydays you guys are going to have. So for you New England guys and for you Oswego guys and for you Ohio guys, you guys need to get your butts over there to Lancaster and get racing, because right now it's looking like it's going to be $700 to start that race. I don't know of another one. Maybe Smack is 700. I don't think Smack is even 700 to start. They could be. So, you know, somebody's on here, correct me if I'm wrong. But right now it looks like it's going to be 700 to start. And I'm telling you guys right now, James Rushaw is bringing in the money. I heard he's driving around a Brinks truck around the CNY, and he's just collecting money. He's bringing it to Lancaster. He's going to back it up on the front straightaway, and he's just going to dump it all out for you 350 guys. So I'm telling you, And if you guys ain't got no racing going on that day, and I don't think there is, get your asses over to Lancaster. Support those 350 drivers. Support those 350 teams, folks. Make it be a good draw. If it's a good draw, they're going to bring it back again next year. So please, people, support super modified racing coast to coast, whether it's California, Idaho, Washington, North Carolina, Ohio, Michigan, and New York, and all of the New England states. Support super modified racing, folks, because I'm trying to help. I got this show going on, and I'm trying to spread the word. And I need you guys to spread the word by putting your asses in the seats out there. So I'd appreciate you guys to do that. Another thing, too, I want to ask a question. I got 4 minutes, and I know I got about 14 people watching. Don't forget, please, folks, like Tight and Loose Out. Follow Tight and Loose Out. Like Redline Radio LLC. Follow Redline Radio LLC. Like the show. If you guys haven't liked already, please like this episode. I greatly appreciate it. It just helps with the algorithm, just every little bit helps. Trust me, I'm not getting rich by doing this show. This is all voluntary, especially this year. And I talked to my brother Jason Kingsley, and I told him, and he knows it. We talked about it. Every dime that I get from the show from sponsorship this year, it's going to go to the Classic Drivers Fund. So just please, folks, like the show. That helps ever so little bit. And whatever I make off this show, which is peanuts, folks, I don't make anything off this show. And Dave will tell you that. Dave, I need you back on here for a second. We've got to clarify something up. Dave, how much money do I make on this show a year?
Big fat zero.
I make nothing off of this show. All right, folks. So don't think I'm on here because I'm trying to make money or something like that, because that's not it. I do it for the love of this division. Okay. I live in Cape Coral, Florida now. And literally I broadcast the Super Modified podcast that's literally a 24-hour drive away from me. So just understand, my brother Jason is up there. He's doing big things for Super Modified Racing and for the Classic Fund. And I'm telling you guys, support him. I know he's got a bunch of drawings and stuff like that going on down there in the flats for the campsite. So please, folks, go ahead and go over to support. It goes to a good cause. It goes to these drivers that, they don't make a lot of money, and they need every little bit that can help. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate it, buddy. I see that I'm losing watchers, but, a lot of people watch the replay. But with that being said, folks, I appreciate you guys for tuning in, coming on here. It's coming, Dave, and supporting this show. I cannot thank you guys enough. I haven't got burnt out this year. I've had some really great guests. I want to thank Andy Jugway for coming on and being a great guest. I'm going to have a really special guest on next week. Like always, I'll keep you guys in suspense. I can't tell you guys who it is. But with that being said, as I always say, folks, before I sign off, I love you guys, and I always want this to be the last words I say to you guys, but I love you. Dave, time for me to tip the bellboy and check out. I'm out. You guys take care. I love you.
Redline Network introduces our newest partnership, Outlaw Light. Outlaw is crafted for all of the beer drinking patrons of America. They aren't preaching or teaching. Their mission, plain and simple, to provide a high quality beer at an affordable price. Outlaw is crisp, crushable, refreshing. Available by the case, tall boys, 16-ounce six-packs or singles. Go to outlawbeer.com to find the nearest can or tavern near you. The Redline Network proudly raises their cans to you. Stay bold, Outlaw.